Greetings and salutations, Golden Eagles. Thanks for joining me for this quick review on density. The last couple of weeks we've been talking about properties of matter, and density is the relationship between the mass of an object and its volume. If we take a look at the formula that's set up, it's density equals the mass divided by the volume, or in short, with symbols, D equals mass divided by V. The primary concept that we want you to understand is that an object density would cause less dense objects to tend to go to the top, and more dense objects tend to go to the bottom. Now, if we look at top and bottom, we also need to know that we can substitute higher and lower. Or, instead of saying more dense objects tend to go lower, we can also put in down. The same thing happens over here. We could put in up, where less dense objects tend to go up. Here we have an example of liquids of different densities. We look at the top layer and it is less dense, and this is vegetable oil. And we look at the bottom layer, honey, which is more dense. And each layer indicates a liquid of a different density. And just looking at this, I can conclude that corn syrup is more dense than water because the more dense liquid is on the bottom. Here we can take a look at the molecular level. We've looked at the states of matter, solids, liquid, and gas at the molecular level, and here we can explain density in a similar manner. The key concept to understand that high density particles are packed together and not much space between the molecules. It's pretty tight. It's like when we pushed all the students over into the corner of the classroom. Over here, lower density, the particles are loosely packed together. There's more space. It is like when we were spread out through the classroom with our arms spread wide and not touching anybody. Here's a cross-section of the Earth, where we got the inner core, outer core, lower and upper mantle, and then the crust. And if we look at the relative densities here, we can see that at the bottom we have higher density material, and at the top we have lower density material. But what I'd like you to look at is the demos that we did in class. And here is the popcorn and steel ball.
Here we have a jar, popcorn, and steel ball bearing. Does this ball bearing have mass? Okay. So your object. Still.
If we can look right there, we see the silver ball turn to a white ball. Not magic, just difference in densities because there's two objects inside the jar. Next we have a demonstrator who's going to demonstrate two similar objects in volume, but one of them might have more mass, therefore be more dense.
Nicole, I'm going to have you demonstrate for us here. I'd like you to put your hands on top of the objects. Got it? Grip. And on the count of three, I want you to lift them up high rather quickly. 1, 2, 3, go.
We got to watch that one again.
3, go.
You saw it, folks. The green one went up higher, faster. Stay classy, Oakwood.